So what are some other organizations you're involved in that are near and dear to your heart that you're, working through now over there in Australia?
Yeah, no, certainly. I'm involved in quite a few organisations, and it's something that I encourage, obviously, students and apprentices to do. It helps you stay connected. It helps you keep up to date with what's happening within industry. And it also allows for some networking opportunities, because at the end of the day, we all work somewhere and someone knows somebody. So those connections are quite powerful. And it's how you wish to either use your voice or contribute or participate. There's some of the organisations that I'm involved in. I'm part of the Australian Culinary Federation. I'm actually the secretary for the committee there. And we're just working out, obviously we have chapters in each state in Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia, etc. And we're just looking at doing a national vote shortly, so we become one organisation as opposed to several. I'm also part of Food Service Australia. I'm the National Chairman of Judges for Australia's Chef of the Year. And that's a program that's run every year, alternatively in Melbourne or in Sydney. So that competition comes up on the 8th of November this year. So we canvass the country for chefs, and the top 32 that get sort of screened then enter into a 3-day cooking competition. So it's quite intense, and as daunting as competitions are, it's also great benchmarking for people to see. Obviously there's a lot of camaraderie, very fierce competition, and some of the calibre of food and meals that are presented in 60 minutes is phenomenal. Obviously, Women in Hospitality, I'm a part of. I'm a mentor for their program, which is just coming up to, I think it's been running now for 7 months, and that's like a year duration. And then I was approached a little while ago to be an ambassador for StarShell Students, which is anti-cyber bullying platform. So this also targets school children through bullying and certain messages in text that once they go into the program, it can send alert, and then they can be sort of assisted in how that gets managed in regards to that content. Also I'm part of the Cordon Bleu school. I help out student assessments. They come along every 3 months. Obviously that program's changed of recent because of obviously the COVID-19 that sort of hit everywhere. Yeah, so look, LCB, Australian ACF, Food Service Australia. I work on a lot of food panels at trade shows like Fine Food Australia. So yeah, I'm actively and very heavily involved. I do a few charity events throughout the year, so whether it's cooking for the homeless or donating food or creating a menu. So yeah, very heavily involved in industry, because I think food at the end of the day, it's about generosity, and food brings people together, and that's what I love about it. Like the amount of things we do around food, between celebrating, commiserating, weddings, funerals, the whole 9 yards. It's just something that brings people together. It's a feel-good thing, and I like to feel good.
Those organizations sound great, very interesting. What I'll do is I'll get those websites from you and
Sure.
your bio there, and I'll add those into the show notes. So if anyone is listening and wants to find out more about them, we'll have that information for you so you can look it up and maybe get involved in yourselves.